Hey guys, Ryan here. I know it's been a little while. I've been extremely, and I mean extremely busy the past couple of days. So usually we would continue our topic in Stalking Awareness Month since we are getting to the end of January on Stalking Awareness Month. But in tonight's episode and in this episode, we are not going to do that. Instead, we are going. I'm going to tell you a little story, like story time, guys, about something that everybody should know, and that is family. So this is actually a story that literally nobody knows about. I haven't told anybody, and I really think you guys are going to enjoy it. Had to change the lighting, guys. So as you guys, maybe majority of you guys know what happened to me late last year in 2025. And I really wanted to look at a little recap or go back to that. So let me, for those of you who don't know, let me explain what happened. Late November, it was a Friday before Thanksgiving. I ended up being hospitalized in a behavioral hospital, which is a short-term mental hospital for a lot of things. Mainly, it was medication reaction issues, but it also turned into something a whole lot more serious. I lost all my memory. I lost my memory on who my family was, who my mom was, my lovely sister, who I'm gonna get to in just a little bit, my friends, everybody. I did not know who they were. I literally thought that they were either coming after me to like harm me in some sort of way, or two, I just had literally absolutely no memory. Now, you're probably asking the question, what does all of this have to do with family? You know, I'll tell you what it has to do with family, okay? It wasn't just hard on my friends, my family, all that. It was also hard on me, very hard on me. You know, to be 27 years old and to go through a little mental or psych episode like that, where you don't even recognize your own family, you really don't even trust your own family, is extremely scary. And you know, it took a while, guys. It took a while for me to even get the trust of my own family back. And literally, and what I mean by that is it took a very long time. It took over 1 week, okay? Remember, over 1 week for me to realize that they are not after me, that they want what's best for me. They put me in that facility or in that hospital, as you could call it, because that was the best option for me to get help or get treatment. Okay. I remember this, guys. I remember, waking up some mornings and I would be thinking of my sister, Marta, and I would literally cry about this because I just could not, deal with the fact that everything that is going on, she's getting affected by too. Okay. And it turned out to be something that I had to, vow myself. I had to vow myself a lot of things. Number one is to get better, and I've always done that when it came to my mental health. But most importantly is I wanted to explain to my sister everything that went on in a very short, simple way. And the best way I could describe it literally is one thing, okay? I was someone that I did not recognize. I was somebody that I was not proud of. I was literally, if you know me personally, I was totally different. I was like the unstable monster, as you could call it. But I remember, getting asked by my sister if I ever remembered her. Did I ever, as time went on, I realized one thing. Before I got like the remembrance of my mom back in the trust, my younger sister Marty came first, and literally, as being the older sibling, I literally had to ask myself this, what can I do to motivate me to get this all going away, to get back to, well, the normal self. And it came out to this, guys. It was to work current, but this is what it means. Remember when I said about family, okay? Now, what I went through affected my family very much. I had my entire family worried, okay? And the funny thing is, guys, it's not really funny, but it's really cool. My family could have all easily looked the other way. They could have saw what happened, heard what happened, and walked and went the other way. And always put their judgment on that I was the crazy one, the unstable one, the unthinkable one in the family. Believe me, they could have easily went down that road, said that, and poof, it would never change. And this is where families, it's where, a family, they come back, they come and they stick together and they stand by one another and they love. Now, I'm not going to say we have the best family. I'm not saying that I have the best family. We all have family issues, but the amount of support, guys, I mean, it wasn't just support for me. It was everybody that went for supporting my mom. My mom had to visit me. And, I'll give you a little secret. My first 3 visitations, okay, I could barely talk to my mom, only because I did not trust her, nor did I even remember who she was. And I want you guys to think about that. You have a 27-year-old kid, who is not recognizing you and is literally afraid of you. There's 2 things, a parent should never have to go through with their own child. And it did with my mom, and it was crazy because I asked my mom this and all that. I asked, obviously when I was all better, how in the world could you, get through this, go through this and all that. But most importantly, guys, this is kind of a question I asked within 3 days of me being hospitalized. I asked her, if you truly loved me and you truly cared about me, why did you put me in here? Great question, right? And she said, it's complicated. It really is, but it wasn't a punishment, right? It was because I love you. This is the right thing for you. This is literally what you need. You need to get better. You need the help. You need the treatment. And obviously at home, that was not going to be the case. So, guys, it was tough and all that. To this day, it stuff haunts me about that experience, and, it is going to haunt me. This is something I've never experienced and I've never gone through before. So, of course, it's still going to haunt me. But, guys, that is somewhat story of families sticking together and loving one another and not looking the other way. And especially, you guys, it surprisingly, the amount of strength my younger sister Marta had was amazing. This really could have affected her in a lot of ways, and she chose not to let that happen, and all that. So I'm very thankful, you guys, for that. But I thought I would share that story with you guys. You know what? I tried to explain it the best way I could. So hope you guys enjoyed.